Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever clean with me and also my first YouTube video on this channel, so please bear with me as I try to figure out what I'm doing. This was recorded on a Sunday after I went and finished some grocery shopping, so I did have some groceries left lying around. I did start on the living room first since my daughter was outside with her dad helping build her new swing set that she got for her birthday. Her birthday was last weekend, so the amount of toys that we have in the living room currently is absolutely crazy. I'm planning on doing a declutter / toy rotation video here soon, so the living room and her room doesn't get as messy as fast. But honestly, I'm okay with toys being everywhere currently just because it's the phase of life we're in right now.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
This area has always been a catch-all for us, especially after having our daughter. It's just out of reach and convenient. I've been trying to get better about keeping this space clean. Does it look like I'm trying very hard currently? Probably not, but hey, it's been a busy week and maybe also mildly a lazy one. I have this basket here for snacks, mainly for my husband and my brother-in-law, who lives with us currently while he's in the depths of his own blue-collar apprenticeship. But 99% of all the stuff in here is just straight junk food. The basket that I have up high is just mainly to make sure that my daughter cannot reach it because of the fact that it's only junk food. However, the main reason I got that basket is because I stack my pantry full to the brim. Since our pantry's on the smaller side and I only go grocery shopping maybe once every other week, I was trying to keep my Tetris pantry organized without anyone needing to rummage through my pantry for a snack, which so far has worked amazing. Now it's just me jacking up the pantry on a consistent basis. And here, as you can see, part of the realistic motherhood life. My daughter came in from the backyard with her dad and asked for a banana that was not ripe. She ate the whole thing, but that's what she wanted, so. I know, don't even get me started on these glass dining tables. I knew it was a bad idea cleaning wise, but because of the limited space we have in the living area, the glass table made sense to make the room feel bigger. Also, don't get me started on the fact that we only have 2 dining chairs, okay? And a singular high chair. I know, but can you believe there used to be 5? 5 of these dang chairs, and one by one, all the backs broke off of them. So we're down to 2 chairs. I'm being cheap, okay? And not wanting to buy new ones. Do I occasionally sit on the baby's little chair when we have company? Yes. But hey, we make things work around here. Anyways, I'm planning on getting new chairs at some point, but I don't want ones that scratch up my floors like these ones did. So I'm trying to do my research before dropping a bunch of money on new chairs that just disappoint me like these ones did. From day one, these chairs have disappointed me. So if you ever see these chairs, do not get them. Since this is my first YouTube video, I feel the need to introduce myself to y'all. My name's Kira. I'm a 24-year-old stay-at-home mom to a newly 2-year-old girl in October, and I've been married to my husband going on 6 years in February. We've traveled for his apprenticeship and line work for about 2-ish years, in a fifth wheel before coming home to buy our house in 2022. Our house was definitely a fixer-upper when we bought it, so we spent almost a year renovating everything. Well, almost everything. We still have the yards and bathrooms to do, but I ended up giving birth to our daughter in October of 2023, and now we've just been slowly doing more renovations on the house and trying to find our hobbies again after being in the absolute trenches of parenthood. I have always had an itch for content creation, as I'm still actively streaming on Twitch with video games and such. I mean, I haven't been doing it super often these days, but I do as much as I can. I also enjoy cooking, crocheting, and the occasional trot to the gym. I've recently decided that I wanted to take up sewing as well, so if you guys know any good YouTube channels to learn from, please drop them down below. I think that I want my channel to be a wider circle of content than just cleaning. I really do enjoy meal prep videos and grocery budgeting videos, which I think would have been so helpful for me when I was younger, especially now with the price of everything. It's nice to have a bit of help when you're trying to figure out meals while not spending $600 every single time you go grocery shopping and then just end up wasting the food that you bought anyways. I'd also really like to share my hobbies with y'all. I'm decent at crocheting, so I could definitely do those videos. I could also do videos on my sewing journey when I figure out how to do those things. Lastly, I think that once I'm feeling a bit more confident, starting a health journey series of showing you guys how I'm losing weight, eating better, and finding enjoyable activities that keep my body moving. I think that would be a really enjoyable series and something that could be a motivating factor for a lot of people. But please let me know if any of these things interest y'all. Obviously, cleaning will probably be my main content for now. Well, obviously it will be my main content for now because I do it let me not be humble. I do it every day. Even if it feels like I don't do it every day, I do at least some cleaning every day.
Quiet star, quiet star, quiet star, quiet star.
As you guys can see, it's not perfect. My daughter's magnets are still on the floor because she was playing with them, but for the most part, my house is clean, the floor is clear, my dishes are done or waiting for the dishwasher. I am doing all of this stuff before I start meal prepping, just so it's not super overwhelming after I'm cooking for an hour or two. And now we're about to start the meal prep portion of this video. This is just one of the many snack hacks that I saw online for toddlers. The original video that I watched was for yogurt bark, which you put the Greek yogurt on a baking sheet and let it freeze. You put little toppings on and stuff. But last time I did that, it just did not work very well for me. So I ended up doing muffin cups this time. But I need to get silicone cups. I think they would hold their shape a little bit better because I ended up still needing to use my muffin tin to allow these little muffin yogurt bite things to hold their shape, as you see later in the video. But what I use for mine is just fake Honey Nut Cheerios, the honey vanilla Greek yogurt from Sam's Club, and then also just some berries from Walmart. I feel like these are really great snacks just because of how customizable they are for preferences, allergies, and the likes. I think that we will probably end up doing different yogurt cups each week just to try to keep it fresh, but it is something that's really easy to do, and then you have it for the entire week. The second snack hack that I found this week that I thought would be perfect to try out was the oat Powerball that I'm doing currently. I can link the recipe that I followed in the description, but it's just oats, peanut butter, and I was supposed to have a little bit of honey in it, but as you see later in the video, I just could not get the honey to cooperate with me at all. But you can put really anything you want. Same thing with the yogurt bites. Like you can put chocolate chips, fruit, protein powder. You can do really anything you want with it. The oats and peanut butter go well with a lot of stuff, so it's definitely customizable to you or your kids' preferences. Trigger warning if you don't want to see this chicken get eviscerated by my hands. I just have never been able to use a knife correctly on these. I have only been able to get all the meat off with my hands. Let me know if I'm not the only one, because it's just difficult. These chickens are used for my brother-in-law and my husband's lunches this week. My husband is going to get chicken melts, and obviously my brother-in-law could not wait for a chicken leg, but my brother-in-law is also going to get buffalo chicken sandwiches for his lunch. I try to switch it up every other week as to what they get, but sometimes it's just easier this way. Especially when we've had a busy week the way that we have, I just end up doing a rotisserie chicken and then doing sandwiches. I keep the carcass and all the juice for soups the upcoming week or two. If I don't end up using the carcass, I'll end up freezing them and then using them later for a broth. Right now I'm just doing my dinner prep. I'm doing chicken thighs seasoned, and then also I am doing some pre-prepped seasoned fries and some corn. I guess I also forgot to tell you guys that we went on a really fancy dinner on Saturday. So I ended up cutting up some of our leftover steak for my husband's lunches. This is going to be his lunch on Monday, is just a steak sandwich, something simple, something easy, so that way we actually use our leftovers. I've been trying to be a lot more mindful of using our leftovers so we're not producing so much food waste. I finally finished dinner. It was french fries, chicken, corn, and the leftover little bit of steak that I had. I try to make it simple on Sundays just so that way I can continue doing my Sunday reset without too much trouble. Everybody can pick off of what they want, and then I can end up just getting back to what I need to get done. Now, don't get fooled. This was about an hour and a half after I did my meal prep. I cleaned the kitchen, I cleaned the living room, I put everything back up, but it was a disaster by the time I was done meal prepping. And honestly, that's just the life of having a family. You have to clean up multiple times in a day. But honestly, the phase that I'm in right now just calls for that. So I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this for my family. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.